Hey guys, over here at Swayback Bridge Trails in Elmore County, Alabama. It's about 7:10 a.m. Just going on a little adventure with Ava. Say hi, Ava. Say hi. We just walked a couple miles and found this little hole. This place is chock full of trails. We came in over that way. We're probably going to go that way. But this one is called, there's a bunch of different trails. They have names to them. This one's called Lakeshore Trail. So I assumed it was going to be around Lake Jordan, which I assumed correctly. I've been here before, but this is the first time I've been on this trail. So it's been really great. It's only probably 69, 70 degrees out. So we like to get here early. We've been here for like, I don't know, 45 minutes. So I decided I would do a little video while Ava cools off. You cooling off, girl? Yeah. I brought water anyway, just in case, but I figured we'd run into some lake. Anyway, how you guys doing? It's a great morning to go for a hike. I came out here Tuesday. Today's Friday. I came out here Tuesday, but I went to another trailhead they have. And it's closer to the boat. Well, it's by the boat ramp. And it's not as many trails as this side, but I've walked it a few times, so I was ready for something different. So I wanted to try this, and I don't really do this too much in the summer because it's so hot. And Ava with all that fur, so I wanted to get it, since it's September 5th, I wanted to start getting back at it again because she's out of shape, I'm out of shape. She got fat this winter, a little chubby. My daughter, seen her for the first time since she was 6 weeks old, and she had her sister. Well, still has her sister, and she's just staring at her with her eyes wide open. She's like, she's so much bigger than Fable, her sister. And I was like, well, because her dogs are outside dogs. Ava's inside because I live in an apartment building, so I mean she goes out every day, multiple times a day. But when I'm at work, and she's inside. But I come home for lunch every day. I only work 4 miles from my apartment. So she's out. I come home just to check on her. I've done that since she was a little puppy. And she'll be 2 in February. So, my wife passed away. It'll be 2 years next month, October 16th. She had diabetes, but around August, she was just not feeling herself, and she was sleeping a lot. She couldn't keep her eyes open, and she couldn't eat. So she hated going to the doctors and hospital and all that. I wanted to take her to the emergency room, but she hated it because every time she went, they had admitted her for no less than a week, and it was a lot of times it was a week, 2 weeks, because there was always something wrong, and she knew that. So anyway, I'm at work one day, and I get a phone call, and they're telling me, well, I had my ringer off, so somebody from HR had to come and get me and said that you need to get home right away. Your wife thinks she broke her leg, and so I rushed home. It only took me like 6 minutes to get home. So I walk in the front door, and she's laying face down and right by the front door. And I'll never forget her words. She said, Mike, what has my life become? And, I felt every bit of that because we were together 10 years, and those 10 years, she had 27 surgeries. She had stents in all up and down both of her veins on her legs. The last time she had the stents put in, the doctor said that there was no more room. They were all touching each other. So anyway, I couldn't move her because her leg was broke. We thought. So I called an ambulance. They came. They took her to the hospital. And yeah, she broke her femur. She got up to go to the bathroom and she fainted because she hadn't been eating. She fell backwards and broke her femur. So she was in the hospital. Come to find out, she had a blood infection. That's the reason why she was not eating and, sleeping. So she started getting better. They sent her to rehab to work on her, leg. She got COVID while she was there. Sent her to the other hospital in Montgomery, and found out she had kidney failure. So she had to go on dialysis. She hated dialysis. So 2 months from August, she passed away. And it was devastating. I was devastated. I still am. It took me about a year to not get over it, but to start feeling better. So I don't know if for you, those of you who've lost a husband or a wife or a child, and I'm not going to put parents in that because that's a different type of devastation. Because she lost both of her parents. She was the youngest. Her parents were kind of older. Like my mom's only 22 years older than me. Her dad and mom are like 40 years older than her. So it's good and bad having parents so older. Like they're more established in life, so you probably have better things as opposed to a young parent. But anyway, she always told me she felt like an orphan. Even though she was in her 40s and 50s, she felt like an orphan. And so anyway, back to what I was saying, if you've ever lost a husband or a wife or a child, or you go through this weird stage for about 4 or 5 months. Like, I don't know, it seems like a chemical imbalance, like a chemical change. You just feel really weird. You think different. Things hit you different. Just really weird. Like, I've probably done and said some things, made people just like, what? Because you're just not. And I'm watching somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook. They just lost their mother. And I'm watching her go through it. Like, she actually put a post out saying if anybody was going to attend her mother's funeral that wasn't dressed in slacks at least, or a suit, don't even bother coming. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to wear jeans or whatever, don't even show up, because she was going to flip out on you. It's just like, yeah, she's going through it. Because I've known this person for probably 13 years. Not in person. We were part of an Italian group, like on Facebook, and we were all really close. We all used to talk to each other every day for a couple of years. My mom was in it, Gina was in it. That's how I met Gina. Anyway, there was probably like 100 of us in it. So I've known this person for a while. It's not like her to say something like that. I mean, it goes without saying. But I was going through stuff like that, I'm sure. Thought I see somebody behind me. I'm all paranoid. When I first got here, a truck pulled in behind me. So I was walking down the trail, I turned around and they were back there. And I'm like, damn, he must have just got straight out of his truck and started walking, because usually I get out and I gotta get stuff out of my little backpack and get stuff situated. This dude just jumped straight out, boom. So anyway, once you get down the main trail, it branches off. You can go to different trails. So I don't know if he took this one or not, but anyway. So yeah, you just go through weird stuff. I'm sure a lot of you are not a lot of you, but I'm sure it's the ones that are going through it went through that. It took me about a good year before I didn't think about her constantly every day, all day. I still think about her every single day. I still talk to her out loud in my head. And but back then I did it all the time, and it was really, really cool that the first few months, I felt her close to me for the first couple months. And then as time went on, it just started going away. Because at first, I still live in the same apartment, still have the same furniture, everything's still set up the same way. Her room is exactly the way she left it. She had her own room because all the problems she had to have her own room. We couldn't sleep together because she had to sleep a certain way and couldn't move and all that, which I don't move much anyway. But she had her own room. Because she had machines hooked to her at times. She had a wound vac for a while. Because she had half of both feet amputated. So, anyway, so at first, the first couple months, if I was in the kitchen cooking something, I was looking for something, I couldn't find it, I'd say out loud, Gina, where's the potato peeler? I can't find it. Or where's a paper, where's some parchment paper? Or where's this? And automatically, something would just happen, and I'd walk right over to it, open up the cabinet door, look in a certain area it was. Every time. And it's weird, because at work, there's a fellow named Ed who passed away, and me and him were pretty close. Not close, but we talked every day. He was a cool guy, and he died. And I remember the day after, he worked in the meat department. So I was in the meat department looking for like a bag of chicken thighs, and I went back in the cooler. There's nothing but meat back there. And I'm like, oh my God, where are these chicken thighs? I have no idea where to even start looking. I said, Ed, where's the chicken thighs? And I poop you not, there was one pallet in the middle of the cooler with one box on it. I walked over to that box, and lo and behold, there was the chicken thighs. And it was too easy. I wasn't even going to try that at first. I was going to be like, no, that couldn't be it. Keep in mind, there's racks on both sides of the cooler, probably 30 by 30, and there they were right there. So I think, I'm just saying in my own opinion, don't quote me, it's not facts, I don't know, religious things, but I feel like they're still with us in spirit for a little while. And as time goes on, they pass over to I think they're still kind of in our world, their spirit. That's what I think. It might sound crazy, but from my experiences, I believe it. I just came up with it on my own. That spider. That's the thing about, I'm going to show you guys. You're like, that's the thing about these trails. If they don't get walked on, where's it at? There he is. Or her. Little yellow spider. I'm not going to mess with it. Oh, I already did. No, I didn't. Okay, I'm not going to mess with you, spider. Live and let live is my credo. I don't mess with bugs, animals. I mean, I'll step on an ant or something, but I'm not going to do it on purpose. I let things live. They let me live, I let them live. They don't bother me, I don't bother. They're all here for a reason. I don't bother nothing or nobody. But, and another thing that was bad is most of my family lives out of state, so I had to go through all this pretty much on my own. My mom lives in Florida, my sister lives in Florida, my brother lives in Florida, my other sister lives in Pennsylvania, and my other brother lives in Colorado. I got 5 kids, but one lives in Nebraska, the other one lives in Tennessee. These are all by my first wife. We were high school sweethearts. We were married 20 years. We were together for like 24. But pretty much had to go through all this. I don't have many friends. I mean, I have friends all over probably the country, but as far as like friends now, no. I don't have any. I think the older you get, and people that might be my age, I'm in my 50s, so 57 to be exact. You don't really, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really care to have friends. I mean, I like having them at work and all, they're someone to talk to or whatever, but as far as like going out and doing stuff, and and all that. Most people my age are married and do things with their family, and that's how you get out of your friendships. You know, you're all friends in high school, and then people start getting married, and then they start spending time with their wives or husbands more, and then they got to spend time with their spouse's family, and the next thing you know, you're as time goes on, you're not friends anymore. You're still friends, but you don't hang out anymore. You don't do things together. So, or you move, like I did. Like my dearest friends that I grew up with live in outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And all my cousins that I grew up with live up there too. So I don't really, even when I lived there back in 2014 to like 2000, right around the time the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So 18. Then I moved back down here to Alabama. Even then, the 4 or 5 years I was up there, I only seen them maybe 4 times the whole time we were there. I seen my best friend twice. Actually 3 times. He works at he does the sound for the Philadelphia Phillies, Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers games. And he gets free tickets. So he got me and Gina free tickets to a Phillies game back in 2014, I believe. And they were nice seats, 9 rows away from the Toronto Blue Jays dugout. I got a foul ball that night. I wish I could say it was dramatic, but like I wish I could say like it was hit and I dove and I caught it. But what actually happened, Eric Kratz, the catcher of the Blue Jays, hit a foul ball off Cole Hamels, and it came over our way and ricocheted a couple times, and I just picked it up off the ground. But I've never gotten one. I've been to probably 30 ball games in my life in 3 different stadiums. I've been to Jack Murphy, Fulton County in Atlanta, Jack Murphy in San Diego, and Veterans Stadium. And that was my first time in Citizens Bank Park. So I got the foul ball that night. Had fireworks after the game. It was hat night, so Glenn hooked us up. Glenn, if you ever watch this, you're my boy. So, and I was at Glenn's wedding. We grew up together. We met when I was around 15. He had 3 brothers. And we met in Philly. And we were friends ever. We even lived together for a little while, like as roommates. And anyway. So, and I do have a picture of the ball. I still have the ball to this day. I have a picture of it. I have a picture of me and Gene at the game. Glenn even got us on TV. Because he came down and he was making fun of me about when the camera was on me, what I was doing. Anyway, if you know, you know. But yeah. So I don't have friends much anymore. Oh, there's another little creek down there, but you just had some water. So these trails are pretty nice. The only thing that's bothering me is like every 50 yards or so I run into a spider web, a cobweb. But other than that, there's a lot of up and down too. But that's what you want when you're hiking. But yeah. So, you know, I don't even know what to label this video. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about for real. I'm just walking and talking about anything. So if I had to label this video, I don't even know what... Mumbo Jumbo by Mike Casey. Maybe that was what I call it. Well, that's pretty cool. Show you guys where I'm at. This is also a bike trail. And I say bike trail, I mean like pedal bikes and motor, you know, like e-bikes. What is that? Oh. All right. So it goes down here and goes, I'm gonna go this way towards the lake. Why not? If I can get down here without slipping and falling. But if I do, I'll call Morgan and Morgan. You hear me, Morgan and Morgan? If I ever get popular on YouTube, holler at me. I'll do an ad for you. All right, now let me get across here without getting muddy. Every time I come here, I gotta go home and wash my sneakers. which is no big deal, but I just do. This is a pretty cool trail. All right. So, I'll film Ava for a little bit. Get my. So Ava is so protective. I don't know if you guys have dogs. Let me know in the comments if you guys got dogs. But my Ava is so protective. I wanted to get her a playmate. Someone that she, you know, when I'm at work, she can hang out with, not be bored. So her sister, my daughter's dog, had puppies. So I said, she sent me pictures of them. I said, bruh, you know, I want that one. So she's like, I'll bring like 3. You can pick. Well, one was for a friend at work. She wanted one really bad. She wanted the male, and she only had 1 male. I wanted a female, of course, because Ava's a female. So she brings them over. Ava goes ballistic. She's not having it. I'm hers, and that's it. And that house is hers. So we had to keep the puppies in a cage. Then she went after Autumn, my daughter. So I had to put Ava in the bedroom and shut the door. And these puppies were the best puppies you ever... All right, so I gave one to a coworker. She said this dog was house trained within 2 days. It goes right on the pad, on the pee pads. Doesn't go in the... She named him Brody. She said when she, you know, she has a big backyard with a fenced-in yard. She said when she calls him, he comes. Goes in his little cage at night, sleeps the whole night, doesn't whine anything. I mean, she said this dog is so easy. And I was like, damn. I could have got one and it would have been so much, it would have been so easy. If Ava would have just embraced the friendship. But you didn't. So now you're destined to be lonely the rest of your life, like Grandpapa. I'm Grandpapa to her. Me and Gina watched too much Little House on the Prairie. If any of you guys watched that episode where the one girl had, was it Grandmama, Grandpapa? It was hilarious. So that's what Gina would call herself. I'm Grandmama. So I'm Grandpapa to Ava. Little House on the Prairie and Golden Girls. She watched Golden Girls probably 200, every episode, probably 200 times. Every night. Laying in the bed, she would put it on. Every night. We'd watch it in the day sometimes. She had this thing where she'd just pick a random episode and start, and she'd yell out, Blanche and Rose in the kitchen. Sophia walks in. And then she would start, and then like they start off of them in the living room. And she'd like, ah. Oh. So every time she got it right a few times. She didn't know what episode it was. I even put them on to see what she, you know. I'm going uphill, so I'm out of breath. But yeah, love me some Golden Girls and Little House. They don't make them like they used to, do they, folks? Well, the good news about this hill is I get to go down it eventually. All right, I'm at the flat part. Show you this little map. All right, Jordan's Journey, backside loop. Should I go to the zipper or should I go to the backside loop? Does it say where I'm at? Oh, you are here. So where did I park? I parked down here somewhere. Oh, that might, look at backside loop, how long that is. And it takes you right here again. Oh my God. So if I go that way, I'm going this way, even though I just came that way. I don't know. Do I feel daring today? Folks, what do? Should I take the orange or the yellow? I don't know what to do. So if I take the orange, it pretty much takes me back. If I take this, I gotta go all through that. And then up and around. And then I'm right back where I started. I think I'm gonna take the easy way out. That's the story of my life. Yeah, I know. I can sense the disappointment in your fingers while you're typing a comment. I'm only doing it because I'm out of breath. If that was flat and I got here, I'd be like, I'm going to backside flip or whatever it was called. But I'm gonna go this way. Wah, wah, wah. All right, I think I'm just rambling at this point. So I will end this with just another cobweb. I just felt it all against my arm. Probably got, all I get pictures, I got like 75 spiders on my back. I just hope none of them were black widows. As you can tell, I'm from the north by the way I talk. But I'm here in Alabama. Every time somebody refers to me living in Alabama, as soon as they say Alabama, they all do the same thing. They go, I used to think it was funny, but now it just kind of makes me angry. So I know one of y'all are going to type that in the comments. If you do, it's DER. Anyway, I'm going to end this video, listen to some music, because I'm always the star in my own music video. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next. Oh, and please like and subscribe, as I plan on making tons more of these trail videos. Just talk, nothing, no specific topics, just random everyday type stuff. I mean, that's what people do, is random everyday type stuff, right? Why talk about just politics or just sports or just the economy or just whatever? Talk about everything. That the common folks, what they go through every day, not rich people or, you know, billionaires and elites. Or regular, hardworking folks, you know, people disabled or retired, veterans, youngsters, whatever. It's day-to-day stuff that matters. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next one.